So in this video, we are going to learn how to create contact in Keap CRM on Eventbrite sale. Let's say you are hosting some kind of event using Eventbrite and you want that whenever you receive a new order, a customer purchases a ticket on your Eventbrite page, you want to add that same customer as a contact in Keap CRM. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this process. So using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new sale, a new order in Eventbrite, automatically all the attendees who has booked the ticket using Eventbrite will be added as a contact in Keap CRM. So if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name our workflow as Eventbrite to Keap. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect our Eventbrite account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time we receive a new sale, every time a person buys a ticket for an event in our Eventbrite account, automatically the details of that new sale of that customer who made the purchase of the ticket will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. After that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send the details of the customer who made the purchase to Keap CRM. And we are going to add that customer as a contact in our Keap CRM account. So let's see how it is done. Starting from our trigger window, in Choose App, search for Eventbrite. Just select it. After selecting Eventbrite, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Sale or New Order over here. Just select it. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Eventbrite account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Connect with Eventbrite button. Now because we have already logged into our Eventbrite account in our browser, Pabbly Connect had detected the same account. Just scroll down and click on this Allow button. And as we click on Allow, we will see our Eventbrite account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the organization. So it is most likely possible that in your Eventbrite account, you might have created multiple organizations over here. If you have created multiple organizations, in this drop-down, you will see a list of all the organizations over here. Right now, in my Eventbrite account, I have only one organization. So I want to capture the new order details for this organization. So I will be selecting that particular organization over here. After organization, the next thing it asks us is the event. So here in this drop-down, you can see a list of all the events which I have created in my Eventbrite account. Let me show you. We will go to the events section and we will search for all events over here. And yes, here you can see these are all the events which I have created in my Eventbrite account. And you can see a list of all of these events can be seen inside Pabbly Connect. So from this drop-down, we have to select that the new orders for which particular event we want to receive inside Pabbly Connect. So I have this event named as Seminar on Automation and Integration. I want to get the new orders, new ticket details, new sales details for this particular event inside Pabbly Connect. So I will be selecting this event over here. After selecting the event, just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. And when we click on Save and Send Test Request, we will see it will change to Waiting for Webhook Response. So this means guys, Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some response, some details of a new order in our Eventbrite account and for this particular event. So now what we have to do, we have to place a test order over here. So we will just go to our Eventbrite account. For this particular event, we want to capture the response, capture the details. So what we are going to do, we will just copy the event link from here, go to the Incognito tab and paste the event link over here. After pasting the link, this is the landing page for the event which we have created. Now what we have to do, we want to basically book a ticket. We want to place an order. So here you can see an option to add the number of tickets and also to reserve a spot. Just click on this reserve a spot button and you will see right now this particular event is a free event. I have created a free event over here. But if you want, you can follow the same process for the paid event as well. Now because it's a free event, it is showing us the total amount as $0 over here. After this, while making the payment at the checkout page, we will be asking the user their details like their first name, last name, email and all the other details. So let's enter the details of a dummy user. For example, demo user. This is the name of the person. This is the email address. Let's confirm the email address as well. After that, the details will be the same as the ticket details. So the login details, the user details and the ticket details are the same. So this is the name of the person. Demo user is buying the ticket on our Eventbrite checkout page for this automation and integration event. Now let's click on register. As we click on register, we will see this user has just now ordered a ticket on our Eventbrite page. So just now we have received a new order, a new sale has happened on our Eventbrite page for this seminar on automation and integration event. Now because we have connected our Eventbrite account with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we have received the response. So here within few seconds, instantly you can see we have received the details, the response for the same order, for the same sale which has happened. We have this webhook ID, we have this user ID, you can see the endpoint URL over here. You can see the action that for which action Eventbrite has sent us the response, sent us the details. That is order.placed. And also here you can see the API URL. In this response of API URL, you can see the order ID of the same order which we have received from Eventbrite. So this means whenever a new order will be received on our Eventbrite account for an event, automatically the details of that new sale will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And we will be receiving all of these details with the API URL. And in this API URL, you can see this order ID. But in this response, you will notice we haven't received any details of the customer or of the event, that for which particular event and what is the total amount for which we have received this order. Now what we are going to do, we will be retrieving the details of this particular order which we have received. So we have received this order ID in this URL. So in the next step, using this order ID, we have to basically retrieve the details of this order so that we can get the details of the customer and all the order related details as well. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action window, and here in choose app, we are going to search for Eventbrite. Just select it. After selecting Eventbrite, in action event from the drop down, we have to search for the action event as get attendee by order. So we want to get the details of the attendee who is going to attend the event. So we have the order ID. So we will be selecting this action event of get attendee by order ID. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, because we have connected our Eventbrite account with Pabbly Connect in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection over here. You can select the existing connection which we have just now made in the trigger step and then just click on save over here. When we click on save, we will see once again our Eventbrite account will get connected with Pabbly Connect in the action step 2. And after making the connection, the only thing it asks us is the order ID. So we have to mention the order ID, that which particular order ID we want to get the order details or attendee details. So we have received the order ID in this API URL. Now guys, what we have to do before entering this order ID over here, we have to basically extract the order ID from this API URL. So what we have to do, we have to remove this URL from this order ID and we just want to get the order ID, the particular ID only over here. And to make this happen, we will be using a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called text formatter. Using text formatter, we are just going to extract the order ID from this complete URL. And to use text formatter, just click on this add action step button over here before the get attendee by order ID step. And then here in choose app, search for text formatter. Just select it. After selecting text formatter by Pabbly, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as text parser and then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is the text. That what is the text? What is the response from which we want to extract some details? So we want to extract the order ID from this response of API URL. So what we have to do, we have to map this response of API URL which we have received in the trigger window over here in this text field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Eventbrite of a new order. Out of all of these responses, select this response of API URL and it will be mapped. So whatever API URL for the order we are going to receive from Eventbrite, we are going to extract the order ID from the same API URL. Then after mapping the text from which we want to extract the details, the first thing it asks us is the text match after. That after what detail, after what text we want to extract the text. So we want to extract the order ID which is after order slash and before this particular slash. So what we are going to do, in text match after, we are going to enter orders slash. And then in text match before, we are going to just enter the slash. So by entering text match after and text match before, it will get us the response, the text which we have between these two things. So that is the order ID. Now just click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see in the response, we have extracted the order ID over here. So in this way, using text formatter, we have extracted the order ID of the new order which we have received from this response of API URL. Now in the next step, what we have to do, we have to map this response of order ID which we have extracted in this get attendee by order ID action step in this field. But when we will try to map this data here in the dropdown, you can't see any response. Now this is because we have basically entered or added a new step, some new data before this particular step. Just click on this refresh fields button once, and after clicking on it, we will see when we will try to map the data, you can see the responses of previous two steps can be seen in the dropdown. So we have the responses from Eventbrite which we have received for the new order, and also we have the responses of text formatter. So from text formatter responses, select this response of order ID and map it over here. And after mapping the order ID, just click on save and send test request. After clicking save and send test request, here you can see we have received the response. And in this response, you will see all the details of the attendee who has placed this order. So here you can see the total amount for which the customer made the payment. You can see the currency as well. We will scroll down to these responses and then we will see the details of the customer, of the attendee as well. So this is the first name of the attendee who is going to attend our event, who made the booking on our Eventbrite page. Then here is the email address of the person. This is the full name. Then here you can see the created date, that at what date and time this attendee was created. We will scroll down further and here you can see some other details as well. So in this way, using this order ID, we have retrieved the details of the attendee who is going to attend the event over here, which we have created in Eventbrite. So guys, if the person has entered the details of multiple attendees for this event, like right now for creating this event while placing the order for this particular event, we have entered the details of only one attendee. But just in case if there are multiple attendees for a single event, then here in this response, you will get the details of all the attendees over here. So guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now after this, let's move to step 2. In step 2, we are going to add this same attendee as a contact in Keap CRM. For that, we will just scroll down, click on this add action step button over here. And then here in choose app, we are going to search for Keap, Infusionsoft by Keap over here. After selecting our application, in action event from the dropdown, select the action event as create/update contact. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Keap account, our Infusionsoft account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this connect with Infusionsoft by Keap button. Now because we have logged into our Keap account as well, Pabbly Connect will detect the same account. Just click on this allow button and then you can see our Keap account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the email. That what is the email address of the new contact which we want to create or update in Keap. So we have received the response of email address of the attendee as well after retrieving the attendee details. Now what we have to do, we have to map this response of attendee email from here to this email field. And as you all know, the process of mapping is very simple. simply click on this field, and from the drop-down, from Eventbrite's Get Attendee by Order ID field, from this drop-down, select the response of email. So we'll just scroll down and select the response of email, and it will be mapped. Then it is asking us email opted in. So do you want to send opt-in email to this particular attendee, which we are adding using this automation? So we don't want to send the opt-in, the user haven't opted in for the email, so I'm selecting no over here. If you add a opt-in email field in your Eventbrite page, you can select it yes or map the response as well. Then it is asking us lead source ID, so this field is not mandatory. So if you want, you can ignore this field for now as well. Then it is asking us how to check for duplicates. And in the drop down, we can see three different options: email, email and name and company. So here guys, using this action event, you can basically create or update the existing contact as well. So using what field or using what data, Infusionsoft or Keap will be checking for updated or existing contact to update as well. So here in the drop down, we have three options. Either we can search for the existing contact using email, or using email and name, or using email and name and company. So I will be selecting email over here. Now, if you selected opt-in over here as yes, you have to enter the opt-in reason as well. So here guys, we have not selected opt-in as yes, so you can ignore this field too. Then it is asking us for the first name and last name of the person. So here guys, we have received the first name and the last name of the attendee who has registered for our event in Eventbrite. So we are going to map this response of first name and last name into their respective fields. Just click here. From the drop down, select the response of first name and it will be mapped. Then again from the drop down, select the response of last name and it will be mapped too. After first name and last name, it is asking us job title, company and address details. So we haven't received all of these details of the attendee from Eventbrite. If you want, on your Eventbrite booking page, you can ask for all of these details and one by one map the details into their respective fields. But all of these fields are not mandatory, are not required. So if you want, you can ignore all of these fields for now as well. And after mapping all the basic required details which we have received, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you will see we are going to receive some response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the details of a contact which we have mapped over here, basically the attendee who has booked the ticket on our Eventbrite booking page, this same person, this same attendee is now added as a contact in our Keap CRM. So let's check it. We will go to our Keap account, we will go to contact section. And yes, here you can see that demo user, the same person is now added as a contact in our Keap CRM. And here you can see the same email address as well. This means guys, the automation workflow which we have created in this video, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new order on our Eventbrite booking page for our Eventbrite event, automatically the attendee who made the booking will be added as a contact in our Infusionsoft account. So here guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once. We will go to our Eventbrite account, we will just copy this event booking page and once again we will paste it in an incognito tab. And we are going to make another registration for this particular event. Let's click on reserve a spot button and this time we are going to change the details of the person. So we are going to make a test booking over here. For example, the name of the person is test user. This is the email address and let's confirm this email address as well. After that, let's enter the same details in the details of the attendee and click on register. So just now guys, what we can see, we have received another booking on our Eventbrite booking page. And as we receive this booking, we will see instantly within seconds, the same person will be added as a contact in our Keap CRM. So we'll directly go to our Keap CRM and refresh this contacts page once. And yes, here you can see that test user, the same person who has just now booked their ticket on our Eventbrite page, the same person is now added with the same email address as a contact in our Keap CRM. So here guys, you can see that we have successfully created this automation and tested this automation workflow as well. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.